Two Sandokans. One legendary stage. 50 years apart. Tonight, we're breaking down the exact Sanremo moment where Italian TV connected the original Sandokan to John Yaman's new Sandokan, and why this torch pass wasn't random at all. If you want clean, spoiler-free updates like this without the noise, subscribe and let's jump in. 1. What two Sandokans actually means. When people hear the name Sandokan, they don't just think of a character. In Italy, Sandokan is television history, a cultural memory that stuck for decades. For many viewers, the face of that memory is Kabir Bedi, the original Sandokan from the classic era. He represents the version people grew up with, an icon tied to nostalgia, family TV nights, and that older golden era of adventure storytelling. Now fast forward to today. Sandokan is being reintroduced to a new generation through a modern adaptation, this time led by John Yaman. So when Sanremo, Italy's biggest live TV stage, puts Kabir Bedi and John Yaman together in the same segment, it's not just a cameo. It's a message. A carefully framed handover. Not replacement. Not competition. Bridge. 2. Why Sanremo is the perfect stage for a torch pass. Sanremo is not just a music festival. It's a national TV event that creates official moments. If something happens at Sanremo, it becomes part of the country's mainstream conversation. It gets replayed, clipped, quoted, and remembered. So when a show chooses to highlight Sandokan on that stage, especially with both the original and the new lead, it's basically telling casual audiences, this matters. This is heritage. And it's coming back in a big way. That's why this segment is more powerful than a random interview or a fan clip. Sanremo gives it a stamp of legitimacy, like an Italy's biggest stage approves this moment feeling. 3. The onstage moment. What happened and why the details matter. Let's talk about what made the segment work. First, the pacing. This wasn't rushed. It wasn't a quick hello and goodbye. The show gave the moment time to breathe. Then the framing. Kabir Bedi is presented as the historic Sandokan, an icon of the classic era. John is framed as the new face stepping into the same legendary character. And then comes the key line, the sentence that turns everything into an unmistakable torch pass. Kabir Bedi tells John, in essence, you are a worthy successor. That's the entire meaning of two Sandokans, in one sentence. Because it's not fans trying to interpret the vibe. It's the original legend openly giving the new lead a public cosign. And if you watch the way it's delivered, it's not just words. It's the tone and the body language. Respect, warmth, and a clear sense of passing the baton. That's why the moment lands emotionally, even if you've never watched a single episode of Sandokan. Everyone understands the story. The original meets the new. The legend blesses the successor. 4. The real signal. What this says about John's positioning. This is the part that matters for the bigger picture. This segment signals 3 things. A. The new Sandokan is being positioned as prestige, not just content. When a network connects a reboot to a beloved classic, it's a credibility move. It says, we respect the original, and we're proud of the new version. That's a very different energy than, here's another remake. It's heritage-driven branding. B. They're targeting 2 generations at once. Older viewers see Kabir Bedi and immediately feel nostalgia. New viewers see John and recognize a modern lead with global momentum. By putting them together, the show is saying, you don't have to choose between old and new. This is one story across time. That's how you widen the audience without dividing it. C. This is a mainstream stamp, not a niche fan moment. Sanremo is the opposite of a niche space. It's the biggest possible stage. So the fact that the show dedicated attention to this tells you. Sandokan is not being treated like a small side project. It's being framed as something Italy can proudly put in the spotlight. 5. What this moment does not mean, so we keep it clean. Now, important. Let's keep expectations realistic. This torch pass moment does not automatically confirm a new platform deal, a surprise season 2 announcement, an official release date. A behind-the-scenes contract update. This is positioning, not paperwork. It's a narrative move. Sandokan has legacy. Sandokan returns. And John is the one carrying it forward. That's already a big deal. We don't need to overreach to make it sound bigger than it is. 6. Why fans should care even if they already saw clips. Because this kind of segment changes the public narrative. If you're a casual Italian viewer who doesn't follow entertainment news daily, you might have one simple question. Is this new Sandokan worth my attention? Sanremo answers that question without a long explanation. Bring out the original icon. Put him beside the new lead. Let him publicly validate the successor. That's a powerful shortcut. Builds trust instantly. And it also protects the reboot from the usual remake criticism, because it's presented as a continuation of legacy, not a cheap reboot. 7. How to turn this into a fresh video without repeating your older Sanremo recaps. Your earlier Sanremo videos were broad. Big moments, press highlights, general recap energy. This one should be the opposite. One focused story. One meaning. One takeaway. Here's the clean framing. This wasn't just a cameo. This was a torch pass. And it tells us how Italian TV wants the public to view John Sandokan. You can also add a simple signal versus noise style wrap-up. Signal. Public mainstream validation, legacy bridge, primetime exposure. Noise. Speculation about deals, dates, seasons that aren't announced. That keeps it consistent with your channel tone. Clean, structured, no drama. The big takeaway. Sanremo didn't just give John a stage appearance. It gave him something rarer. A legacy cosign. Delivered on Italy's biggest live TV stage, in front of a mainstream audience. The original Sandokan didn't just show up. He validated the new one. And in entertainment, that kind of moment is one of the strongest visibility signals you can get, because it tells the public loudly and clearly. This story continues. And this is the face of the next era. If you want more clean updates like this, no noise, no drama, subscribe and I'll keep breaking down the moments that actually matter.